All right, so you sent over this article titled Five Key Supplements to Take for Enhanced Energy Levels
Hmm.
from Introvit Global, published November 8th, 2024. Looks like you're trying to figure out how to beat that drained feeling,
Yeah.
and you're curious about what these supplements can do.
Yeah, the article makes a really good point right away. Like fatigue, it isn't always a simple fix.
Right.
Could be a lot of things,
Yeah.
from stress to not getting enough sleep to, like they point out, not getting the nutrients you need. That's where supplements can maybe help.
Yeah, for sure. You can make changes to how you live, get more sleep, all that good stuff.
Right.
But sometimes you got to get at the root cause,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So let's break down these 5 energy-boosting supplements. They start off with vitamin B12.
Okay.
We already know it's super important for making energy, but how does it actually work?
So B12 is like this key that unlocks the energy in the food we eat so our cells can use it.
Okay.
And what's really important to note here, especially for you, is that B12 is mostly found in animal products.
Gotcha.
So, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you might want to think about taking a supplement to make sure you're getting enough.
Okay.
Not getting enough can lead to, that constant tiredness you don't want.
Makes sense. Next one on the list is iron. I think a lot of people already know about this one,
Right.
but tell me more about how it affects energy levels.
Okay, so think of iron like it's a delivery truck for oxygen.
All right.
It goes all over your body. Hemoglobin, which is the protein in our red blood cells that carries oxygen, needs iron to work.
Okay.
If you don't have enough iron, well, your cells aren't getting the oxygen they need. Then you get tired, weak, and can even have trouble concentrating. The article mentions how important iron is for women, especially those with heavy periods or anemia, which is when you don't have enough healthy red blood cells to carry enough oxygen all over your body.
Gotcha. Okay, now let's move on to magnesium. This one seems a little more complicated. The article says it's involved in tons of processes in the body.
Yeah.
So how does that lead to more energy?
Well, magnesium does a lot, but one of its main jobs is energy production.
Right.
It helps break down glucose, which is how our bodies get energy from food.
Right.
If you're low on magnesium, you might get muscle cramps, feel tired, and just feel weak overall.
So if you're hitting a wall all the time, magnesium might be something to look into.
Yeah.
All right, now for something a little less familiar, coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10 as they call it in the article, they call it a cellular energy powerhouse, which sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
So how does that work?
Well, CoQ10 is super important for the mitochondria, those tiny power plants inside our cells.
Right.
It's like a VIP in the electron transport chain, which is how the mitochondria makes energy. Without enough CoQ10, that process slows down. And then our cells have trouble making the energy they need.
Interesting. The article also mentions that CoQ10 levels go down as we get older.
Yeah.
Could that be why a lot of people feel less energetic as they age?
Absolutely. When we age, our bodies just don't make as much CoQ10. And if you add things like stress and a not-so-great diet on top of that, your CoQ10 levels can really drop.
Right.
That's when you start to feel drained. This is where supplements can help, especially if you're already feeling tired and low energy.
Okay, that's something to think about. Finally, let's talk about ashwagandha. The article calls it an adaptogenic herb. What does that even mean for energy?
Well, adaptogens basically help your body deal with stress better. Ashwagandha specifically has been shown to affect cortisol levels, which is our main stress hormone.
Okay.
By sort of controlling cortisol, ashwagandha can help you feel less stressed and anxious, which then can lead to more energy and just feeling better overall.
So it's not about a quick burst of energy. It's about helping your body handle stress better to avoid getting drained in the first place.
Right, exactly. It's about building up your resilience and helping your body cope with daily life.
I like that. So we've covered these 5 supplements and how they might help, but how do we know if we actually need them? The article lists a few signs to look out for.
Yeah, so the most obvious one is feeling tired all the time, even when you're getting enough sleep.
Okay.
Other things to watch out for are trouble concentrating, muscle weakness, and those annoying muscle cramps that keep happening.
Sounds like our bodies are pretty good at telling us when something's off.
Exactly. And it's super important to listen to those signals.
Right.
If you're dealing with these symptoms all the time, it might be a good idea to chat with your doctor
Yeah.
and see if maybe a supplement could help.
So let's say we've noticed some of these signs and think supplements might be worth a try.
Okay.
What's the best way to go about taking them? I know the article had some suggestions.
Yeah, they really emphasize taking supplements with meals. That helps your body absorb them better.
Right.
And they also said to stick to the recommended dose. More isn't always better.
Yeah,
And sometimes taking too much can cause some not so fun side effects.
right. It's all about finding that balance for what you need. And of course, we got to remember that supplements are meant to work with a healthy lifestyle, not replace it.
Absolutely. Eating a balanced diet, regular exercise, getting enough sleep, and managing stress are all super important for having lasting energy and feeling good overall. Supplements should be like an extra tool, not some magical cure-all.
Yeah. Speaking of extra tools, the article mentioned that CoQ10 and magnesium could be really helpful for athletes. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so for athletes, especially those doing endurance sports, CoQ10 can be a game changer.
Right.
Remember how we talked about it being crucial for the mitochondria to make energy?
Yeah.
Well, when you're doing intense physical activity, your muscles need even more energy, and CoQ10 helps them get it.
So it's like giving your muscles the extra fuel they need to perform at their best.
Exactly.
And what about magnesium? How does that help athletes?
So magnesium is a big deal for how your muscles work and how they recover. It helps prevent muscle cramps and spasms, which can be a real pain during and after a tough workout. Plus, magnesium can help you sleep better, which is super important for athletes to recover and build up their muscles again.
Interesting. So it seems like these supplements can actually make a difference in how well you perform and how fast you bounce back. Okay, now, how about choosing the right supplements? I know the article talked about being a smart consumer.
Right.
So what should we look for?
Quality and where the ingredients come from are the most important thing.
Okay,
Look for brands that are well known and tell you exactly what's in their products. Look for certifications that guarantee the supplement is good quality and pure.
gotcha.
And don't be afraid to do your research. Read reviews, compare different products, and choose a supplement that fits what you need and what you believe in.
It's all about being informed and making choices that support your health and well-being. And one more thing, if you have any health conditions or are taking medications, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before you start taking any new supplements.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Your doctor can check for any potential interactions and make sure the supplement is right for you.
So to wrap up, we've talked about the science behind these 5 energy-boosting supplements, how to pick the right products, and how to fit them into a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else we can do to naturally boost the benefits of these supplements?
Well, the article really stresses having a holistic approach. It's not just about taking pills. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains is key to giving your body the nutrients it needs to work its best.
And we can't forget about staying hydrated.
Definitely. Staying properly hydrated is crucial for so many things your body does, including making energy.
For sure. And sleep is another must-have when it comes to energy.
Yeah, aim for 78 hours of good sleep every night to let your body repair and recharge.
And of course, we've got to manage that stress.
Absolutely. Finding healthy ways to deal with stress, whether it's exercise, meditation, being out in nature, or doing hobbies you love, can make a huge difference in how much energy you have. Yeah, it's about making all these healthy habits work together to support your energy and keep you feeling great.
I like that. So while these supplements might be helpful for boosting your energy, they work best when you're already taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
All connected.
Yeah, it's like building a house, you know?
right.
You can have all the fancy stuff inside, but if the foundation is shaky, it's not going to work, right?
I like that. So to recap for our listeners, we've got vitamin B12, super important for turning food into energy, especially for people eating mostly plants.
Mm.
Then there's iron, key for getting oxygen where it needs to go, especially important for women dealing with heavy periods or anemia. We also talked about magnesium. It does so much in the body, including helping with energy production.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, CoQ10, the powerhouse that unfortunately we make less of as we age.
Mm-hmm. Right. And to round it all out, there's ashwagandha, that herb that helps you deal with stress so you don't lose all your energy when things get crazy.
So much good stuff.
Yeah.
So with all this in mind, what does this all mean for our listener? What should they be taking away from this deep dive?
Well, the big takeaway is that these supplements could be a real help for fighting fatigue and getting more energy. But it's important to remember this is just the start.
Right.
This Introvit Global article gives a good overview, but there's always more to learn.
Absolutely. We always say do your own research, and most importantly, talk to a doctor to figure out what's best for you.
Yeah, everyone's different. What works for one person might not work for another.
Yeah.
There's so much to consider: your diet, your lifestyle, any health issues, you have medications you're taking. It's about finding what fits you best.
Speaking of individual needs, the article mentioned CoQ10 levels go down as we age. So does that mean everyone over a certain age should just start taking CoQ10 supplements?
That's a good question, and that's where things get a little tricky. Yeah, it's true. CoQ10 levels usually drop as we get older, but it doesn't automatically mean everyone needs to take a supplement.
So what are some things that might affect someone's CoQ10 needs? What should they think about before taking it?
Well, what you eat matters a lot. Certain foods like fatty fish organ, meats, whole grains, they have CoQ10 naturally.
So if you're already eating plenty of those foods, you might be getting enough CoQ10 without needing a supplement.
Exactly. How you live your life also matters. Stress, for example, can use up your CoQ10, so finding ways to manage stress could be another way to keep those levels up naturally.
Makes sense. Are there any health conditions that might make someone more likely to need a CoQ10 supplement?
Yeah, there are. Some things like heart disease or diabetes might mean you should think about taking CoQ10. But again, talk to your doctor. They can look at your whole health picture, consider your lifestyle, and help you decide if CoQ10 is right for you.
It's like having a personal health coach in your corner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can help you figure out all the complicated stuff about supplements and make sure you're making good choices for your health goals.
Before we wrap up, I want to go back to something the article briefly mentioned, but I think it's really important, taking supplements responsibly.
Absolutely.
The article does say to make sure the ingredients are good quality, come from a good source, choose brands you trust, and follow the directions for how much to take. But what else should listeners keep in mind when it comes to using supplements responsibly?
I think it's about being a thoughtful consumer, making choices that feel right to you. You want to feel good about the supplements you're taking, that they're actually helping you.
For sure. It's about more than just swallowing a pill. It's about making smart choices for your overall well-being.
And that leads to a question I want our listeners to think about. How can we be more mindful about the supplements we choose?
Something to chew on as you continue on your quest for more energy.
It's a journey of discovery both for ourselves and the world around us. It's a reminder that even our small choices can have a big impact.
Well said. On that note, I think we've come to the end of our deep dive into these energy-boosting supplements. We explored the science, considered lifestyle factors, and even talked about using supplements wisely.
Hopefully our listener is feeling a little more energized and ready to make good decisions about their health.
Absolutely.
Remember, fatigue is a complex issue. It can come from a lot of different things. Supplements can help, but they're just one part of the solution.
Don't forget about all those important lifestyle changes we talked about. Eating good food, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, managing stress, and moving your body regularly. Those are the foundation for having energy that lasts.
It's like creating this beautiful harmony of healthy habits where every part plays its part.
And maybe the most important thing to remember is listen to your body. It's always talking to you. Pay attention to those signals and don't be afraid to ask for help from a doctor if you're dealing with tiredness that won't go away.
Your doctor's like a teammate on this journey. They can help you understand what's causing your fatigue, look at all the possibilities, and guide you towards the best way to take care of yourself.
It's about working together to reach your health goals.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it helpful and maybe even gave you a little boost.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep diving deep. It's like those little things we do can actually make a difference.
Totally, and sometimes those ripples go further than we think.
So true. All right, well, I think that brings us to the end of our deep dive on energy-boosting supplements.
We covered a lot, from the science behind these 5 key supplements to practical tips like picking good products and making them part of a healthy lifestyle.
And hopefully you, our listener, are finishing this deep dive feeling a bit more energized and confident about making good choices for your health.
Yeah, remember fatigue. It's not always simple. Supplements can be a useful tool, but they're not a magic fix.
For sure. Those foundational lifestyle changes we talked about, eating healthy food, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, managing stress, and moving your body regularly, those are so important for energy that lasts.
It's about creating this whole system of healthy habits where everything works together.
Yeah. And maybe the most important thing is to listen to your body. It's constantly sending you messages. Pay attention to those, and don't be afraid to talk to a doctor if you're dealing with tiredness that just won't quit.
Think of your doctor as a partner on this journey. They can help you understand all the things that might be causing your fatigue, look at every angle, and guide you towards the best way to take care of yourself.
It's like working together as a team.
Exactly. You know your body best, and your doctor brings their knowledge to help you make informed decisions.
Totally. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of energy-boosting supplements. Hopefully you found it informative and maybe even a little energizing.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep on diving deep.